Hello all, I'm Anne, if you didn't already know. And this is my final presentation for my portfolio site and my Bootstrap site for web design. So here is my portfolio site. It's not very fancy and might not look all that great. It's a little rough and janky because I'm not as comfortable and familiar with coding yet. It's I'm learning in this class, but it's difficult and I don't really have a knack for it yet. So here's my portfolio site. The navigation is obviously up here. Here's my name and just information, online portfolio. And then here I have my projects that I decided to include. So here is my icon design and rebrand that I did back in Design 2 for graphic design. And here's just a little description about the project. And then I also have this project, the social action poster that I also did in Design 2 last semester in the spring, went in the midst of COVID. And here's the whole description. Here is my plant watering infographic that I also made. And then here is my fictitious magazine design. This is the cover. It's kind of like a floral magazine. Yeah, and then here I just have a video, just a random video attached. It's actually my midterm presentation explaining my wireframe and mockups for this portfolio site. Obviously, it's not exactly the same. This site is obviously not exactly the same as my wireframe and mockup because my coding skills are not there yet. But I got as close as I could. And then here is my newsletter sign up, as well as some information to reach out to me and links to all of my social. Oh, yeah. So this is my portfolio site. Okay. And then here is my Bootstrap site. I think this one came out a little better. It's not as rough as my portfolio site. So that's something that's good. So obviously here's like this header full page that just says, hello, welcome. I decided to make this site a graphic design showcase, just a showcase of my most recent works for my design classes. And if you scroll up a little bit, here is the navigation bar with some links, which obviously do not work yet. And then down here is just a little information about the site. So typography showcases as well as product photography by me. And here are my selected works. Most of my works are from Design 3, but there is one that is from Design 2. So this one on the left is my most recent project. It is a symposium poster that I just finished. And here's just like a small description down here. And on the right here is a photograph, product photography of my vinyl record album redesign that I did. So I designed the album, and then this is after it was printed and comped and mocked up. And it's a really nice photograph. And then my third project is the cover of a font mannerism portfolio that I did for the typeface Avenir, also done in Design 3. And then here is a second appearance of my social action poster, which I did in Design 3. But I'm just really proud of this poster. So here's second appearance. So this is the section where I show my selected works. And then if you continue scrolling down, here's just a little box div about me. And this is a pop art self-portrait that I also did of myself a while ago. And then at the very bottom is just a box to reach out to me, contact me, email me, etc. So the 5 Bootstrap utilities that I used in this site, as far as I'm aware, the utilities are kind of like the styling that's within the HTML. So I obviously have the background dark for the navigation bar. I wrote it in the HTML as bg-dark, and I didn't have to write it in the CSS. Next, I have the text center and text light for the text here that says hello and welcome graphic design showcase. This was also done in the HTML, and it just centered the text, and I chose text light, which just defaulted to white, obviously, which shows up nicely on the black background. That was my second. And then my third is this div here, typography showcases in product photography by me. I did MX auto, so height and width auto, so that this type is centered in this gray box. So centered in height and centered in width. And again, done in the HTML instead of the CSS. And then for my project cards, these boxes, I did a style width of 80% for all of them. Granted that all the pictures are different sizes, so it doesn't really line up, but for consistency's sake, I made them all 80%. Yeah, and then lastly, for this Jumbotron down here where you can reach out and contact me, I did row justify content center. So that's self-explanatory, just centered all of the content in this page. So yeah, this is my Bootstrap site. Thanks.